Everyone thought Costa Rica was the first move because that's what I've been talking about for months, right? But here's the twist, guys. I'm actually moving to Thailand first, most likely. For 2 to 3 years, maybe just 1 year, we'll see. Before Costa Rica or maybe even Portugal. Why is that? Taxes, the cost of living, low stress, the ability to explore all of Asia, and to use this time as my training ground before I build something more permanent. This episode is the official launch of the Trader's Life Unlocked series, where I'm going to give you guys the whole playbook of why Thailand first, the checklist that every trader needs before they want to move abroad, full cost of living breakdowns, my minimal nomad trading setup, and finally why Costa Rica or Portugal is still the end game for me. So if you miss this, you won't understand the roadmap. So let's dive in. Um, so let's start with the big question, okay? Why Thailand first? So when I looked at my next 2 to 3 years, I wanted three things, okay? I don't know why I'm wearing this, hold on. All right. I wanted lower taxes with the right structure. I wanted lower fixed costs so I can reinvest aggressively. And I wanted a base that gives me lifestyle balance and new experiences as well, right? I'm still young. I'm 26. I want to travel the world. I want to see everything. And I want to do so because of the freedom that trading kind of provides, right? And Thailand checked all three of those. Now, quick disclaimer, guys, I'm not a tax advisor. Everyone's situation is different. If you need a qualified professional, that's not me, but Thailand, depending on your visa and residency status, can be favorable if you plan properly. Okay, the way income is earned, where it's remitted, the timing, those details matter. Okay, so yes, I'll be structuring everything with professional guidance. Second, the cost of living. Thailand lets me keep my fixed costs way lower than here in Canada or Costa Rica for that matter. Costa Rica is a little more expensive than I thought. The housing is cheap, but the groceries and everything around is a little more on the expensive side, which is fine. It's just right now that's not what I was looking for. Rent, gyms, food, healthcare, it all comes in cheaper without lowering the quality. That means less pressure to overtrade, especially stuff like that, and more runway to focus on execution and just focus on building a life. Right now, I do want to point out that I do have way more capital than necessary to move to Costa Rica right now. It's just I'm trying to set up a solid base, and I also want to live right. That I wanted to explore all of Asia, and if you do so from let's say Canada or Costa Rica, it's $2,000-3,000 per trip, per flight, whatever. But once I'm going to be in Thailand, I'll be visiting most of Asia. I also chose Thailand because it's the most advantageous tax wise, right? All the other Asian countries like Vietnam or China or Korea that could have been, or Japan even, that could have been kind of enticing. Third, lifestyle. Thailand is also calm, friendly culture, great gyms, cafes, co-working space, and easy access to Asia again. On a weekend, I could be in Japan if I want, Bali, Vietnam, Singapore, whatever. Right? They're all short flights. They're all cheap flights, and that energy, those experiences, that's fuel for me as a human, as a trader, and as a creator as well. Now, right? So I used to live off trading here in Canada, but I couldn't quite like pull out exactly the amount of money I wanted. I've always been a little locked with taking my profits because of the way tax is set up around here, which is kind of shooting myself in the foot if I was to go with that. So going to Thailand first is just smart in my opinion. The way I see it, Thailand is the perfect training ground, a place to stack consistency, save, build while keeping the stress low and having fun, having a good life, enjoy your life. Because life is short, guys. You kind of need to enjoy it at some point, right? And I'm thinking Thailand is the perfect place to do that. Costa Rica will come later. Costa Rica is when I want to start building my Airbnb business as well, but that's again later down the road. Thailand is where I kind of sharpen the blade, and I have way over 6 figures in savings right now. I'm kind of trying to go to 7 figures. If you guys catch my drift. So now let's talk about the checklist, okay? Because moving abroad as a trader isn't just a plane ticket. You need a system. I have something in my eye. Um, on my system, there's banking and payments. Okay, so multi-currency accounts like Wise or Revolut, local bank for ATM fees, backup cards, emergency stash, cash, all those stuff is important to think about when you move abroad. Internet redundancy, so at least two ISPs in the apartment, a 5G hotspot, at least all important for trading, especially live. UPS to handle brownouts, personal drill, and if Wi-Fi dies mid-trade, what's my next move? You know, you have to test it kind of before it matters. I've had Wi-Fi die down on me before mid-trade. It's even if the trade is looking good, it's still a very stressful thing to happen because you kind of lose your control over it. You kind of lose everything that's like kind of safe about trading, which is like you can kind of manage it. If you lose Wi-Fi, it's just that like you can't look at it anymore. Housing criteria. I kind of want a quiet neighborhood. I want to. I'm a carpenter. I have my diploma in carpentry and firefighting. If you guys didn't know, but I love carpentry and I want to refurnish old furniture. That's what it might seem weird, but in my free time, I might just do that. I like doing that. I love doing that, and I want to do that. Again, AC necessary. A desk space, option for wired fiber as well as important. Blackout curtains, which might sound ridiculous, but very. When I went to Peru, there was no blackout curtains and the tuk tuks all night fucking beeping. I don't want that. Okay, sounds boring, but these are the difference between really good performance, daily stress, and just like in general, just like kind of quality of life. Okay, health and insurance. You need travel plan, definitely an expat insurance that covers your private hospitals. I budget this kind of upfront. Trading profits mean nothing if you can't really protect yourself, right? Your visas, Thailand has options, right? There's LTR, the elite, which is 20 grand, the smart education. Each come with different lengths, requirements, and kind of like a headache, really. Same thing for Costa Rica, by the way, Portugal, all those. So I'll walk through my process later. But the key is don't wing it. Use official sources, guys. Get help if needed. And yeah, that's basically it. This checklist doesn't sound too flashy, I know, but if you skip these, you're setting yourself up to fail, okay? The lifestyle won't matter if your internet drops mid NFP or like your bank locks your card or something, Like you gotta think like a professional, sorry, which is just a system first, okay? So let's break down the cost of living now. These are like ballpark ranges that kind of like expect. Rent. So I'll compare everything to what I have right now. So rent is usually between $500 to $1,200 a month. That's Canadian. So USD is probably like 300 to 800. Studios in quieter areas are on the low end. Modern 1 to 2 bedrooms with gyms and pools and stuff are on the higher end. I don't know if I'll go for a condo or I'll rent a house. I don't know. I'm definitely renting in Thailand. I'm buying in Costa Rica. I'm buying in Portugal, but I'm definitely renting in Thailand. I actually pretty sure you can't even buy in Thailand as an expat. But that's I don't know why my camera just did that. Why'd you do that? Is it because I did this? All right, my fault. Uh, utilities, internet. It's usually $60 to $120. Power, water, fiber, whatever. Added 5G backup plan for another $20, something like that. Very cheap. So the rent here that I'm currently paying is 2 grand a month, and that's with nothing, no taxes, nothing. Usually it ends up costing me around 3 grand a month here, just for rent. And then utilities and internet, usually around quick math, $300 a month minimum. My phone is 150, and then utilities is way more. It's two something, so it's actually way more than that. So phone data again, $10 to $25, unlimited data. eSIMs make it plug and play, easy to go, bing bang boom, $25. I kind of added that in the other price, so let's say like 150 for utilities, internet, and phone. Whereas here I pay like 350, 400. The gym sometimes it comes with your condo, or it's usually like 25 to $60, kind of same as here. You got Muay Thai schools everywhere. If that's your thing, I most likely will be taking Muay Thai classes. Uh, Food, 200 to 600, 250 to $600 a month, depending on how much you mix just street food, groceries, restaurants. Street food can be literally under $3 a meal, which is insane. Here, I pay around $400 weekly for food. With for me and my girl, so yeah, around $400 a week. That's $1,600 a month. That includes groceries. Restaurants is usually either more or less. It depends on how we go out, but usually it's around there. Let's say 2 grand a month for food. Now you'd be paying around 500. So I'm dropping my costs by a quarter just on the food. Even the rent is like a quarter less. Everything is just a quarter less, which is insane. And I'm making the same money, right? I'm like this is what I mean. Like I'm moving there basically to like stack up everything else. Transport. So I won't have car payments over there. Here, my car payments are really high. I still haven't done whip reveals, but I have a winter car and a summer car. The winter car is $600 a month with insurance and stuff, and the price of the car. And the summer car, I'm not disclosing that. This is not why I built this channel. Basically, I did not want to have people following me for the hype of the cars and stuff, so I will not be disclosing that. But let's just say it's real fucking high. Transport over there is usually 30 to $100 a month. That's on apps like Grab, which is kind of like Uber, motorbike rentals, or like BTS, MRT, which is the subway in Bangkok. Healthcare, private hospitals cost money, but the quality apparently is really good. Insurance is kind of key. Budget like $100 monthly, depending on your coverage, and you should be good to go there. So here in Canada, we have free healthcare, but we pay it on the tax. We're taxed 15%. Whenever we buy something, I'm taxed 57% on income. So like no brainer, right? If I'm saving 50% of my income plus 15%, just insane numbers, really. So for most traders going there, it's around 1,200 to 2K a month, and you buys you a really really comfortable life. In North America, I'm paying right now 6 to 7 grand a month. So like, and that's like I'm not that comfortable. Like I am comfortable, I'm good, but like like I'll be better over there with 2 grand than I am here with 7. Um, the mindset shift really is lower costs or more breathing room. More breathing room equals less pressure to overtrade. And I've never really felt pressure to overtrade, but it's also just ability to stack up the account, really, really stack it up, maybe bring it even to the 7 figures. Less pressure equals better execution as well. The cheapest setup is the one that kind of keeps you disciplined. Thailand buys you that discipline, run away. Okay. So how do I keep trading consistently abroad? I've traded in Peru, I've traded in Mexico, I've traded in Morocco, I've traded in somewhere else, Costa Rica. I've traded in a bunch of places, and I like minimal setups when I'm on vacation. If I do move there, I'll probably end up bringing like a laptop or something, but I can trade from my phone, no problem. My gear list kind of revolves around my laptop, which is right there. And it's good for charting. It's good for everything, and it's got my ledger and stuff on it for my cryptos and stuff like that. So I'm good on that. A lightweight portable monitor, so I can mimic kind of my home setup. I have this right here. You guys can't see. You can't see the corner of it there. Um. So yeah, this is all my travel stuff, by the way. Um, a circuit internet line, a home fiber, a 5G hotspot. I have that everywhere. If one fails, I can switch it up instantly. I also have a big ass cable in the thing over there. If I need it, I had to use it in Morocco when I traded there. UPS backup battery, so my power doesn't cut and close my trade. Um, cable kit, HDMI adapters, chargers, spares for everything. Right. This is that little blue zesty looking thing there. Good webcam and mic for calls and content, which I'm just gonna bring those that I have right now. I do want to change this webcam. I like you guys that follows me, but I feel like the quality could be better. So I just bought this for now, and I'll probably end up getting a better one. My journal app and stuff is all gonna follow me. Google Sheet Tracker that's following me. My accountability system won't change. The philosophy kind of is travel light, but never fragile, right? I want a system that I can deploy anywhere in the world, and if I can trade in Bangkok, I can trade in Costa Rica, Portugal, here, anywhere else. Okay, trading is not an issue. I can trade wherever I want. I don't need more than what I have right now. Let's zoom out a little bit now, and why not just stay in Thailand forever? For me, Thailand is kind of like a training ground, like I've been saying. The end game is either Costa Rica or Portugal. I for my the Airbnb business mostly in Costa Rica, but then I can either go to Portugal after once that's set up. I also want to have duplex and triplexes here in Quebec because those are also a good source of income. I've been looking into those recently. But basically, Costa Rica is similar time zone to New York, which is cool. Trade in the morning. It's even earlier. I really enjoy my time there, and that means I can trade in the morning, go on about my day, go surfing, nature, wellness culture, pura vida, whatever, right? It's just a perfect long term base. Portugal is more European lifestyle, strong tax regimes, but still 15% in Portugal versus 57 here. So, very, very easy to fix. Great weather, easy access to Europe as well. I do want to visit all of Europe. Just the same thing with Asia. The time zone overlaps nicely with London and a part of New York, which is kind of cool. So Thailand is low cost, growth, adventure, Asia, and Costa Rica is Airbnb business and just being good and being happy. And Portugal is stability, time zone alignment, long term home base, just basically, yeah. So Thailand is first, and then Portugal or Costa Rica. Definitely Costa Rica. I mean, I might just stay in Costa Rica indefinitely after Portugal. Maybe we'll see. Um, so this is the official launch of Traders Life Unlocked, guys. So Thailand first, Costa Rica, and then Portugal. I'll show you the good, the bad, the trade-offs. I'll give you the systems, the costs, the setup, and the mindset shifts. I'll give you everything for free, as you guys know me. If you skip this series, you're going to miss the real blueprint of how trading actually works and how trading actually works abroad, right? Not just charts and P&Ls, but lifestyle, design, freedom, and kind of like the hidden struggles as well. So this is very interesting series. I also have a bunch of episodes that are not related towards kind of like the countries, just how to handle trading as a general once you're profitable. So hit subscribe, drop a comment, and hit me where you'd move first, and get ready because this is just the beginning, guys. Peace.